And one of the other things that we are all anxiously looking forward to is another big announcement you made at convention around supplements. Can you talk a little bit about that product? What was the catalyst, the spark that made you want to develop this, create new ingredients and formulations, and add this to the LifeWave portfolio?
So there are going to be a number of different supplements that we're going to carry. The first two are designed to be using with our patches. So there's a morning formula and there's an evening formula. And there are a few other supplements that we have that could be used with the water machine to provide very specific benefits. We'll talk about that at the Vision Conference. But focusing in now on the daytime formula, the thinking behind this was really twofold. The first was, over the years, when we've done LifeWave Connect webinars, we'll talk about different patches. So let's say we talk about the glutathione patch. If we have someone that is a vegan or vegetarian, they may not be getting enough of the amino acid cysteine in their diet to make enough glutathione. So I would traditionally recommend that they take an N-acetylcysteine supplement. Or with our X49 product making AHK, CU, or our carnosine patch, the amino acid beta-alanine or alanine is required to make carnosine or to make AHK. So I would recommend, again, for people that are vegans or vegetarians, that they take a beta-alanine supplement. So the thinking behind this was, let's have one supplement that people can take that fill all of those nutritional gaps so they can get the best possible results with the patches. Now, if you want to use the glutathione patch, we've got N-acetylcysteine in this morning formula. You want to use the carnosine patch or X49, you have beta-alanine. You want to use X39, we've got glycine, we have lysine, we have copper in this formula. So basically, you can take this one formula and it will provide all of those nutrients that your body needs to get the best results with the patches. So, you know, if you're like me and you travel a lot, I really strive to have a good diet, but it's just not possible every day when you're going through airports. This is a way that you can fill in those nutritional gaps. And it also, of course, helps to support the mechanisms that are in the water machine, so which we didn't have a chance to talk about. And of course, we made the decision that this formula would not be a pill or tablet, was that it was going to be a powder. So now the water acts as a delivery system. So you take the powder for the morning or evening formula, you put it into the water, and the water more efficiently delivers it into the cells. So it all ties together.
That's one of the things that I'm so excited about and really so inspired by, is how connected all of these products are. It really is a system that builds on each other. I know I joked to you one time about marketing math, and as a non-scientist, a non-inventor, you know, my math as I look at this is, 1 + 1 + 1 = 20. I mean, it really is incredible. Taking all these products in aggregate, the overwhelming health benefits that it'll provide and how they work together to support one another is really incredible. As you look at the formulas, are there certain ingredients that really stand out to you that you're most excited about? And what are some of those benefits?
One of the ingredients that we included in the formula is Cyanothox. If we go back historically a little bit, of course, this is before Donald Trump was elected president, and Robert Kennedy was basically put in charge to dismantle the FDA. And I think one of the things I'm really excited about with RFK is that his first mandate is to stop the attacks on the nutrition industry. It was a little bit surreal, seeing him speak after Election Day saying, that's going to be my job, is to remove entire arms of the FDA and get them to stop attacks on the nutrition industry. What this means now is we may have more freedom to tell people the truth about what these nutrients really do. This could be, an entirely new day if we could actually tell people the truth based on clinical studies about what things actually do. So one of the challenges we were facing was we wanted to make the claim that the daytime formula supported the health and the vitality of the stem cells in the body. And I spent a fair amount of time, weeks, putting together a document for our attorneys on every single nutrient that was in this formula. And I was able to show through third-party research how every single nutrient in our formula, the daytime formula, supported the health and the vitality of stem cells. And the attorneys basically came back and said, we don't think FDA is going to sign off on this. And my response is, well, here's, I've given you 30 or 40 clinical studies supporting safety and efficacy. So I said, help me solve this problem. Don't tell me what I can't do. Tell us what we can do. So they came back and there was a nutrient called Cyantox. It's basically an extract from sea buckthorn berry. And there was good clinical data on this nutrient to show that it functions as a very powerful antioxidant and it protects the health and the vitality of the stem cells in the body. So we included that in the daytime formula. It is not a nutrient that you would associate with as being necessary to help support the function of the patches. But of course, as an antioxidant, it has huge value. But critically important is that we can now make the stem cell claim about the daytime formula. Of course, that may all change in the coming years because of changes with the FDA in a favorable way. But given where the state is with FDA now, we'll be able to make the claim just on having the sea buckthorn berry extract in the product. So I was pretty excited about that. The other thing that's really interesting is that when there's a synergy between the ingredients. And this was one of these things we didn't design. It was just, it was something that we found in our testing. We were giving people the initial samples of the daytime formula, and they got a caffeine-like effect from it within minutes of drinking it, but there's no caffeine in the product. I'm very against stimulants because they're harmful, generally harmful. So we found that people were getting a boost in their energy within minutes of drinking it, and that effect lasted about 3 to 5 hours. And there's a lot of reasons for this. We're upregulating glutathione, we're upregulating nitric oxide in the body. With this, we're turning on a number of different systems, but principally increasing nitric oxide and glutathione helps give a natural boost to the energy metabolism in the cell. I think that was the single biggest pleasant surprise, was that in addition to supporting the health and the activity of the patches, that this product on its own was helping to give people a natural energy boost.
Yeah, and that's incredible, the duration of that energy boost, where so many other products on the market it's a spike. You get a quick boost and then a crash. It's almost worse than ever taking it before. But that 5-hour sustainability is really incredible. I don't know anything else on the market that kind of gives you that energy for such a long duration. That's really incredible.
Yeah, the crash with stimulants it's so easy to understand, in the sense that if we have a stimulant, yeah, you're going to ramp up energy production, but you're creating a lot of oxidative stress. And if the antioxidant system in the cell can't keep up, the cell naturally has to turn down energy production, so it defeats death, right? If you let that oxidative stress continue, the cells die. So this is a survival mechanism, the energy crash that people feel. But if we get a natural boost in energy, if we're looking at the positive and negative feedback loop through the creation of glutathione and nitric oxide, it becomes self-evident that if we are able to turn on fatty acid metabolism, get our energy from fat, support the antioxidant systems in the cell, then we're going to get this natural increase in energy without having to experience that crash later on.
Incredible. How is the evening formula different from the morning? What are the different benefits you can expect? Maybe even some of the different ingredients as part of the formulation. But can you talk a little bit about the difference in the two?
The design philosophy is totally different. So the morning formula is designed to complement all of the daytime patches. So when we would say, well, to get the best results with X39 or X49, you should have glycine, beta-alanine, and copper in your diet. The morning formula is going to contain those nutrients. On the evening formula, the design philosophy was a little bit different. The thinking was we have people that are going to be using Silent Nights or Alavita or even Eon. So let's have nutrients which will complement those patches. So for example, let's include magnesium bisglycinate because that's a natural relaxant and people need enough magnesium. Let's use taurine, which has been shown to not only put people into a state of relaxation, but it naturally helps to regulate blood pressure, and it's very powerful anti-aging nutrient. We also included theanine, which has been shown to relax the body and have some benefits for cognition and other things. So yeah, the basic design philosophy with the evening formula was to have nutrition that would complement the evening patches to help people relax and then go to sleep. And of course, we're not using any melatonin in the evening formula, so there's no dependency that's created.
I'm going to put you on the spot one more time, just based on some questions. Can you talk a little bit about the timing and maybe the sequencing of launching, the morning formula versus the evening formula? When can we expect or, hope to have it again? I know it's an incredible process developing unique technologies and products from scratch. Where do you see kind of ballpark for timing for launch?
Yeah, so we'll announce that at Vision, but our intention is to do the release of the nutrition formula as well as the daytime formula at the end of January. So we'll have it in inventory and can ship at the end of January. I also noticed people are wondering, well, can they see the machine? And of course, I believe you're the expert there, but I believe if they go to social media, I know we had pictures of the water machine up on social media. And of course, we also have product video of the water machine and people can see a picture of it there.
So you did mention, I just want to make sure you mentioned on the water machine, we didn't get a chance to explain part of the process. I just wanted to give you the opportunity, if there is something else, or did we hit that enough just on some of the quote unquote process of the water machine?
Oh, I think there's a lot more to talk about. He'd save that for another webinar. No, I think as an introduction to the technology, this has been pretty good. Of course, we use formats like our conferences, both Vision and of course our global conference, to take the opportunity to go into a lot of detail. At our global conference, of course, I had the time to discuss a little bit about the background, how the technology was developed, what was the sequence of events, some of the math and clinical studies behind it, and then, of course, what type of benefits that people could expect to receive from drinking this water. But, I think very fundamentally, this company we're entering into an entirely new phase now. In 2018, X39 ushered in an entirely new generation of LifeWave. And for the past 4 years now, we've been the fastest growing company in the world in our industry. And now we're entering into, again, another phase. The water machine, the first product based on this technology. And of course, there's other products that are coming in the future that we'll release over the next 7 years that are based on this technology, but have other benefits. But ultimately, this is all about preservation of youth, restoration of youth, and allowing people to stay as young as possible, as long as possible. That's our goal with this tech. And of course, ultimately, if we're keeping the cells in the body young and healthy, this protects health in a way that we can't say publicly because that'd be a medical claim. But basically, we want to do this to protect people's health. And if anything, what we saw going back 5 years is that our health is constantly under attack. And it seems that there are certain people and organizations that enjoy doing that. And so our goal here is to give people new technology to fight back and say, no, I'm going to take care of myself. I have the technology that I need to take care of myself. That ultimately is really what we want to do.
我会从其后